circuits which are turned off here. 4 is downstairs manifold, which is your thermostats down here, okay?
Okay.
It's called the manifold, which I forgot to show you in there, but manifold are the control valves that run the in-floor heating. There are 3 of them. One there for this part of the house, one in the bathroom for the bedrooms and the bathroom, and one on the stairs going up, which I'll show you for all the second floors, okay? So I'm going to put that on now, but if you look over there, you'll probably see the thermostats have not come on. Right? Still off, eh? Nothing on the panel.
Nothing.
Okay, now watch, I'll show you why. There are 2 switches down here. One is in circuit number 4, which is this one. See, breaker 4, first floor thermostats?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to put that one on now. Now look over there.
There you go.
I like how everything's clearly labeled.
Okay. Well, I had to have it labeled for the neighbors so they would know how to do it.
Ah, okay. Okay. So it's
now, is it calling for heat? Yes, it is. So what it's doing right now, what it would be doing, is sending hot water from our precious hot water supply for showers and running it through the floor. Probably not something we'd want to do right now, especially in August.
Right.
But there's another circuit, and this is called breaker 38, heating circuit pump. That's this one here, and it's also off. Okay, so if you want to heat with solar hot water, you would turn this one on too. Breaker 4, breaker 38. I'll explain why they aren't on right now in a minute. And then you could turn this one on, and as soon as I turn it on, hot water, the breaker pump will turn on because it's calling for heat, and there's no heat coming. So as soon as I flip that on, hot water will start going from the hot water tank through the floors. Wow. But I'm not going to turn that switch on right now. So if you want to do an internet thermostat, you could attach it on this side of the switch, to control the thermostat, which would then allow you to heat the first floor, which I would think would be sufficient. Or you could put it on the circ pump, which would allow you to heat the whole house using the internet. Just wire it in here. Just put the box right here and wire to both sides of the switch. It'd be quite simple. That's one way to do it. But if you want to just heat with the sun, you'd leave both of these off. Now, look at this yellow wire here. When we go into the battery, you'll see a wire that looks just like that. It's the other end of the same wire, and it goes into the outback charge controller. So when the and remember, I programmed that so that when the voltage is high, indicating we're close to a full charge, the circuit turns on. And if you go in here and look to the right, you'll see a metal panel.
Yep.
That's a heat sink.
Okay.
And on that heat sink, you'll see 2 switches.
Yep.
One of them controls breaker 38, the circ pump.
Yep.
The other one controls breaker 4 for the thermostat.
The thermostats. Okay.
So when the batteries are close to a full charge, means there's a nice sunny day, or the wind turbine is going, battery voltage is high, lots of power, more power than you're needing. They'll come on. They come on and
heat the floor.
Start heating the floor.
Right. Okay.
And where's the heat coming from? Not from the gas, but from the sun. So you have the perfect situation. Free heat. Okay. That wouldn't be used for anything else.
I don't have any bakers or anything. I've got some granola bars. Would you like something to eat? You're probably getting hungry.
No.
Okay, we had a breakfast,
Yeah, we're good. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So you've understood that so far?
So these are typically going to be off in the summertime.
Yeah.
And they're always on in the wintertime?
When
And
we're
the
not
second
here,
switch is off on the summertime,
notice these
right?
are off right now, even in the wintertime. Because why are they off? Because this circuit is controlling it. These are override. So suppose, for example, the readings I'm getting indicate the house is not as warm as I want it. Or suppose I want it to be warmer and I'm going to have one of the neighbors come in. Well, all she has to do is flip these 2 switches up, and if the gas is on, remember now it's not, so she would turn that gas on, turn these 2 switches on, and the temperature of the house would rise to whatever you have set it on the thermostat.
Got it.
Or she could adjust the thermostat.
So maybe you should show them how to set the thermostat.
Yeah. Okay, so let's turn the...
So the breaker switches are, you having them off is just a redundancy.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you can just use
the
you can use
reason
these
they're
switches.
off is I don't want to put hot water through the floors when the sun is out and the solid state switches come on.
Oh,
Why would I
okay,
want to run
right.
hot water through the floors in August?
Right. Right.
Because it will happen when the sun comes out and the voltage comes up to 28.5.
Right.
And there's really no reason why you want to do it. You want it cool in here.
So the breaker just forces that override on the solid state switches.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you wanted someone to warm the house up before you got here, before you installed an internet thermostat, you'd ask them to turn these two switches on, turn the gas on, and possibly adjust the thermostats down, and I'll show you why. Let's turn that thermostat back on and see what it's set at. When it comes on, it'll come on at 20. Always comes on at 20, no matter what the temperature is in here.
Yeah,
And then
it
it
takes a
starts
while.
sampling the air. And it may take about 5 minutes before it adjusts to the
See,
real
it's up to
temperature.
21 now.
Yeah, and it'll keep going up until it reaches the ambient temperature. Now, this thing, this sort of wavy thing that flashes says the thermostat is set higher than what the ambient temperature is. So it's calling for heat. And if we look in here at the manifold, you see some lights.
Yep.
The yellow lights, there are 4 circuits in this part of the house. And you see there, the top row 4, those are valves controlled electrically. And the bottom are the return lines.
So where am I looking at?
So these are the hot lines going out.
Okay.
These are the cold lines coming back.
Okay.
And right now it's calling for heat in all 4 lines. That's why you see 4 yellow lights. Once the circ pump comes on and hot water starts flowing, you'll also see a red light on each one of the 4, indicating that hot water is flowing.
Okay.
And that's essentially what it is. That's a transformer that controls it. So another thing is, why leave all this stuff running all the time when you're not using it?
Okay.
So that's another reason why I turn it off at the breaker.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll show you how to adjust the thermostats, and they all work the same way. If you're running gas, and you turn the gas knob 45 degrees to the left if you want gas or to heat the water, then let's look to see what this is set at. Right now it's reading 24. Okay, now I'll just press one side and it says it's set to 25. So if you're going to heat with gas in January, why would you want to heat the house up to 25 degrees? It would take an awful lot of propane and a lot of energy to do that,
The pump. Yeah.
which would be crazy. You could run your batteries down doing that. So you would press it down, like, watch what happens when I press this. It's 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, so on. So you can
can take
lower
it
that
right
right down to 6 degrees if you want.
Okay.
So let us suppose you didn't like all this Rube Goldberg stuff and you wanted something very simple. Well, you would lower this down to maybe 8 degrees, turn the gas on, turn the override switches on, and that's it.
Then you're set.
Yeah.
Then you
So
set
then
for all the time you're gone.
It's going to be
Yeah.
8 degrees all the time.
All the
You're
time.
using propane.
You'd be
Okay.
using propane, using electricity to keep it at 8 degrees, whether it's sunny or cloudy, which is probably okay. But if you get, say, 2 weeks of cloudy weather, you're going to run those batteries a bit lower than you might want to.
Okay.
So I would prefer not to do that because
Yeah.
I think I have a better way.
Okay.
Because the way I've set it up, it only runs when it's sunny.
Okay.
But
And
my
no
safety is the
neighbor.
email I get and the neighbor.
Okay.
You might want to check with your insurance company, but we assume that we have to have someone come in here at least once every, 2 weeks?
Week, I think
Every
it's once a
week,
week,
yeah.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
we had someone
I
come
think
in
it's
every week.
sooner than that.
Or
I think it's
once every 4 days,
that's
you're
right.
supposed to have someone
For
come in.
insurance reasons.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I think we're at once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, we'll find out what it is.
Yeah. That's what I told them.
And again, we can introduce you to these neighbors
Yeah.
at some point, and
Okay.
I'm sure she'd still quite happy to come over
Right.
anyway, but this is what she just lives about 2 minutes over that way, 3 minutes. So you figured out how that works? And
That I understand.
Mhm.
The gas I understand. I think so. I think I
Yeah.
got it.
no, it's a lot to take in at once.
Yeah.
We'll rewatch the video.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have clarifying questions.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
Oh, this is for the, and this is the time to show you the HRV. Right, I sometimes call it the HIV, but it's HRV. So you just turn this on here,
Yep.
and it controls heat recovery ventilator, which the architect wasn't in favor of this, but the building code for this kind of a house requires it.
Well,
You
all
don't.
new construction, you have to have one.
All new construction now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, at the time it was, anyway. Essentially what it does, it pulls air in from, out, I think under the porch, and runs it through a sandwich filter. So it takes the heat out of the air as it goes out and warms the incoming air, so that you only lose about 20%
that's
of the
good.
heat exchange between
Okay.
inside and out.
Okay.
It's now going through a test cycle, and there's several different settings. One is a high wattage setting, which it just went past, which is takes over 150 watts, down to a very low wattage setting, which we have it set at, which is on for at 30 watts for 50% of the time, and then off, and back and forth. So if you left it alone, it wouldn't take a lot of energy, but still, 15 watts continuously over 24 hours is a significant amount. So normally we just leave it off. But once it gets to its, past the test cycle, if we just head out here, you can make this come on at full velocity simply by touching that pad.
Yep.
And if you hit it once, one light will come on, meaning it will work at maximum wattage for 20 minutes. So if you're in a bathroom,
all
you
timed.
want to take a shower and you want venting, say in the wintertime, you could do that. Or if you just want to leave the bathroom smelling nice, every bathroom has one, and there's one in the master bedroom. It's controlled by this switch and also by the hygrometer here. So we normally leave it, I guess, in the driest position, but if you just listen, well, that came on there, eh? There, hear that click? So that's the point at which it's quite humid. It's probably around 80%. But in the wintertime, that click will occur further down here, probably around 40%, which is good. So that's one thing. If you want to get it drier in the house, say in the wintertime, you could run that.
Okay.
I would just open a window, but
Yeah, okay.
but it's never been a problem for us. We've never had it too humid in the winter.
So you never really use it?
No.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
We
that's
just
why
put it on
we leave it
manually
on.
when we're having showers in
Yeah.
the summer. Do we use it in the winter, I guess, too, do we? When we're having showers? No,
not
because
lately.
we like the humidity
Yeah.
in the winter. So
For some reason, the amount of humidity we produce in this house is exactly what we need. So
balance is
maybe if
pretty
we
well.
4 people were living here, there'd be perhaps too much, but it's never been that way for us.
Okay.
So it's a matter of, now watch this. You know? And it'll run that way for 20 minutes.
Okay.
And I could have done that from any of the bathrooms or the master bedroom. It's exactly the same control.
Okay.
So I think it's really great,
So then-
but we rarely use it. So I'm going to turn it off here
Okay.
and leave it off. Now it's now set up, I think, for winter use.
Okay.
There is a summer one which doesn't take the heat out, but takes humidity out of the air.
Okay.
But
You don't really need it.
yeah, it's down here somewhere, and
Right.
if you find it was designed for the product for Florida residents,
Okay.
and we had to import it.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, you could put that. This kind of weather would be the sort of weather you might use it in, and essentially, this hinges down. You'd have to get your step ladder in here, and there's a latch at the top. This comes down. Once every couple of years, it should be vacuumed.
Okay.
But we find that we don't get a lot of dust, so it's been clean whenever I've opened it up. And the filter is a square, and it comes straight out, and you can put the other filter in. But if you do put the summer one in, you've got to remember to switch them again in the fall.
Okay.
So the easiest solution is to leave the winter one all the time.
And just not use it.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, so
Where do you
that's...
purchase the filters for that?
Beg pardon?
Where do you purchase the filters?
You don't have to purchase them.
Okay.
You simply vacuum them.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Once a year. or so.
That's fine.
Metal filters. I
Yeah,
guess.
and there's 2 foam pads that go on the upper side of the filter, I think, and they should be soaked in mild dish detergent and allowed to dry, and then put them back.
Okay.
They're the parts that actually get dirty. It's the foam, not the filter underneath, which
Okay.
is metal.
Okay.
But you might want to vacuum it.
Okay.
Okay. Done.
Okay, so we can go upstairs now.